It's Madden NFL 23. Coming up, we'll see Carson Wentz. He was good for him a week ago, reaching 325 yards. It's the 49ers and the Rams, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at our featured team here. They know coming in they've got to be at their best because they're facing one of the better overall defenses in the NFL.
And this is not one of the better offenses around in terms of running the football. So they understand that they're going to be put to the test a bit. The big plays in the run game, they haven't been there of late. So maybe that means we'll see them shake things up a little bit. Some RPOs, some touch passes, some draw plays, anything to try and gain a little bit of momentum.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading them out, the second-year man from Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Jones. Uncorks one for Davis. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Bringing him out is the pride of North Dakota State. Now in his 7th NFL season, Carson Wentz.
And when you look at him, you see that he's got all the tools you want in a quarterback. The big frame, the quick release, strong arm, has escapability. The issue sometimes, tries to do too much instead of just taking the throws that are available to him, and occasionally turnovers get him into trouble.
Wentz now on 1st down. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz, they'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Play action. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
Jones now throwing on first down, completes it to Davis. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a deal of 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They fake the give. Now Wentz.
Open man, Parham. He's got him.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Now Wentz.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
San Francisco.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Wentz now to throw. He's got it complete to Aguilar.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
From the red zone now, Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
San Francisco.
Wentz to throw again. And that one falls incomplete, breaking his string of 7 straight passes completed. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Wentz.
He'll get this to Elliott.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Throwing is Wentz. Steps away to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This will be a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the Rams getting set to go now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A 6-yard gain brings up 2nd and 4.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of their pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Looking to throw. Jones. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun. Jones. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
In man coverage, your #1 cardinal rule, don't get beat deep. And that's why the comeback route is so effective, because that's how they're selling it, Brandon. Taking you all the way upfield before breaking it back down.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Off play action. Jones. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield. Everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. Absolutely unnoticed, and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Jones. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And that will line up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this will stay a 4-point game. So a frustrating result. It's a 10-play drive, but it yields nothing on the scoreboard.
And to get off the field there without giving up points, that's a big win defensively.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And
Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Wentz,
and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. Completes it to Aguilar.
and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Now Wentz. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Wentz. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Short little throw to Ebron.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
On now, the former Vol, Michael Pilardi. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score it on a 36-yard punt, and the Rams are going offense here for the 1st and 10.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Throwing, Jones. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They got the game together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones. Forced, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Holding, offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On 2nd down, Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw. Jones on the slant. He's got Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man, completes it to Claypool. Down inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 36 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just have receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Ball start, offense.
Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. And the situation changes a bit now. 1st and goal from back at the 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Corey Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 17-3. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Inside give to Elliott, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with a 17-3 cushion already, we'll see how aggressive they want to be.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. They've got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. And even 50 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there with a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Pollard to return from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Draw play, Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz looking middle, and it's incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb, and he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And Chubb will try the middle here. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Operating from the gun, Jones escaping the pressure right. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get
get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Wentz now on first down. It's caught by Aguilar. From the 45 on second down, Wentz. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On first down, Wentz. Short little throw to Ebron. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. To throw is Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and that will keep the deficit at 20.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Samson Ebukam able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Over the middle, complete. It's Jackson. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that will bring up second down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Short little throw to Ebron. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Throwing is Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jackson.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on third down to keep this drive alive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wentz.
They'll complete this one to Watson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing now is Wentz. They'll set up the screen to Elliott.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Wentz now on first down. Ebron with it over the middle.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that's Elliott, complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Wentz got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Now Wentz. That's caught at the 1. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
Pollard will score. Touchdown 49ers. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up, it's true as they get back in it a bit here. It's now 23-10. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. LA set to take over again on offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So first and 10 now from the 30. A give. This is Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now Jones, and this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for L.A. This is fielded at the 27. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, first and 10.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wentz, a dump off to Elliott. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take it to the left turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter. But the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They throw.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Nick Chubb, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again to Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 41, Wentz. That one complete to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
So the LA Rams with a victory here. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for LA, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down.
Yes.